Good afternoon, all.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for being able to shift around your schedule to meet with me this afternoon. As you may have heard, there was a special board meeting this morning. Regrettably, the CEO and others were asked to seek alternate opportunities. I have been promoted to president and CEO effective immediately.
Awesome. Great.
Fantastic.
Congratulations.
Next, I will introduce your new business leader, Esko Carlson. Esko comes with years of international experience in the automotive parts arena. Gathered with us today are John Hewitt and Scott Cameron. John is going to be our new corporate scheduler, and Scott will be our lead cost engineer on our next great opportunity. Welcome.
Thank you.
Barry, you're an asset to the company. You have good leadership skills, intuitive, and you're a good team leader. And Barry, I know the project manager is the most vital position in the company. And I know you're going to be the most experienced and best PM.
Thanks, Bill. Be sure to let me know when the next big project comes along. I'm really anxious to get going.
Great lead-in, Barry. And another reason we're all gathered here today, we have another great opportunity.
Really? What is it?
Really?
Another opportunity?
I hope this isn't a big announcement about another opportunity in a foreign country.
Well, Barry, as a matter of fact, it is. It's another foreign opportunity. Our firm has a chance to venture into another world market area. We'll realize a major financial gain for our shareholders.
Where is this market? Can we supply from our existing domestic locations or from our new Laputa, Slovenia site?
No, we can't, John. As you may know, West Java is a country that has a very fast-growing automotive industry. The board just discovered Admiral Motors is building a new facility there. We have the opportunity to be part of this new market if we move quickly.
Since joining this company 2 weeks ago, I learned we're the world-dominating supplier of steering wheels. We produce and sell 2.75 million steering wheels worldwide, 1 million of which are sold to Admiral Motors.
That's right, Esko. Admiral Motors is building a new manufacturing facility in Lugnac, the capital city of West Java, that will produce 500,000 automobiles per year. We're currently not able to supply them with our existing production capacity. We need a plant, and we need it fast.
Great.
Super.
I'm not certain we can do this. Remember the disaster in Laputa.
We can do much better, Barry, if we take advantage and learn from the mistakes made on the Laputa job. In order for us to accomplish this feat, we need to have our steering wheels come off the line in Lugnac 2 years from today.
Hey guys, our last project took longer.
It also cost $150 million and produced 500,000 steering wheels.
And we need to handle the safety aspect of this opportunity very differently than we did the last job.
Folks, we need to move fast. I met with some other industry leaders at a conference recently and learned they can do the projects much faster, for less money, and safer than us. I want this team to find out how they did it and make it happen.
Do you have any thoughts how other companies succeeded?
Esko, there's one common theme that each of these successful companies mentioned, and that's CII, the Construction Industry Institute. Our hardware members, but don't know a darn thing about it. These industry leaders all said they had an IC. That should help. I know that under Barry's leadership, we'll be able to handle this.
So what is an IC?
IC stands for Implementation Champion. We had an IC at the last company I worked for.
So who is the IC at our company?
Our IC is Vikas Moyer. I understand he has a lot of good information on the CII and project experience.
Let's get Vikas over here right now and ask him to bring some CII stuff.
Last fall, I went to a CII PIW.
I went to a PIW in the spring of last year.
Hey, I went to one of those 2 years ago.
What are these PIWs?
A PIW is Performance Improvement Workshop.
What do they do there? Are they any good?
The meeting I attended was excellent. I learned a lot.
I also thought it was worthwhile, but we don't do things that way in this company.
Unfortunately, I agree. I went to one of these workshops, I got all excited, gung-ho, came back to work, and guess what? Same old, same old.
At these workshops, member companies learn about things called practices and best practices. They are proven techniques that, if implemented properly, should make our projects hit their schedule, cost, and also be done safer.
Can you give us some examples of what you mean by practices and best practices?
There is pre-project planning and planning for startup.
And zero accident techniques and materials management.
And alignment and change management.
Hey guys, I understand that we finally got a use for the contents in this box.
What's in it?
There are many good documents that I received from CII to help us have a successful project. I'd like to sit with you and determine how we can fit this information into our project delivery process.
Excellent. I want you guys to use this stuff on this important project.
We all learned a lot from the last project, and we need to learn from the mistakes made there. I'll conduct a lessons learned session immediately. We can take a different approach on this one so that this project is a success.
Guys, we're under some budget constraints and have time issues. We don't have time to go into those PIWs since we'll need to move quickly on the project. Let me know if you need anything else from me. The board is watching and they won't accept any excuses. Now let's go out and make it happen.
Let's see where I can help to make this project a success.
You know, Vikas, I didn't realize that you are company implementation champion.
Well, I'm new at this, and I just received the information. But I understand it'll really help us be more successful. It really is important that I work with this team to ensure that we don't run into the same mistakes as the last time.
Vikas, I really need you to complete the report we discussed last week. And there are plenty other items I need you to work on now that I'm CEO. There won't be much time for you to devote to the project. Just give the team the information, and we'll see if we can free up more time for you to assist them.
This is going to be a great project. Let's go for it, team.
All right, let's get it.
I've never seen such a poorly run project. Well, maybe the other one that we did, but this time we failed completely. We missed all of our benchmarks. We had higher than expected costs, the schedule was extended, and there were just so many safety incidents. I don't know what happened.
I knew this was going to happen. They didn't even open the box.
We should have seen this coming. It is though we never took the opportunity to learn from the failure of our previous project. Now, I found out that there is a lessons learned best practice. There's even a tool called implementation of a lessons learned program. I sure wish we had this best practice implemented in our project delivery process.
We had so many changes that we just kept approving and approving. Project change management. And as far as front-end engineering planning process, I sure wish we had completed the PDRI, the Project Definition Rating Index, in our project delivery process.
This implementation resource should have helped us select the best project delivery and contract strategy. We went with the wrong contract strategy. I also wonder if the project health indicator tool could have helped us predict problems so that we could have avoided them. I sure wish we had made these part of our project delivery process.
Zero injury economics. Sure would have been nice to have this when the project began. I wish we could have incorporated this into our project delivery process.
You know, I just don't know why the team didn't fit all this stuff into the project delivery process.
If we only had the support of our corporate leadership.
I told him the schedule was unrealistic. If we had only attended a few PIWs, we could have saved a lot of time on the project.
I only wish we could do the whole thing over again. I really think we could have done a much better job if we only...
Well, I guess you're all wondering why I called you in here today.
I hope it's about our bonus.
Not quite. Project was a failure. Vikas,
It's Vikas.
Vikas, whatever. John, Scott, Barry, you're fired.